because he felt like she had swallowed water, and that was keeping her from breathing.
Paramedics rushed Elaine to the Wesley Lawn Community Hospital, where she was pronounced dead.
I was in admiration of Elaine. I admired her strength. I admired her freeness to love. She has such beautiful eyes.
At the scene, police found bathtub from Tim's resuscitation efforts, but no water in the tub or nearby.
How do you get her out and not be wet? How do you get her out and not be water everywhere? Like, what happened to the water? That was the thing that kept freaking me out.
Even the shower door tracks were completely dry. Brenda Vance was a rookie police officer in 1990 and the same size as Tim's first wife, Elaine. Disturbed by the lack of water in the Boskowski bathroom, Vance conducted an experiment in her own home bathtub. The officer wanted to see how much water it took to submerge her head.
We started filling the tub up. When there's enough water in the tub that it started getting up right here on my face, my head's floating up. An unconscious person is just going to float right up. So that didn't make any sense to me. Second thing was, before I could get enough water in there, the overflow valve was taking the water out. So I could never submerge myself in my tub. And, we proved this story just didn't hold water. No water there. It did not happen that way.
Elaine Boskowski's autopsy revealed no water in the airways. Forensic pathologists say water is not always present in the lungs of drowning victims. 3 parallel lines mark the lower chest and upper abdomen, consistent with the shower door tracks on the Boskowski's bathtub.
The explanations that he offered for the marks on the body couldn't be refuted by the autopsy findings. When he said, I put her over the edge of the tub to try to resuscitate her for an attempt to save her life, well, we have a mark that's consistent with putting a body over the edge of a tub.
The toxicology report showed Elaine's blood alcohol level was 0. She was not inebriated as Tim claimed. Despite the inconsistency, the coroner ruled the cause of death undetermined.
Well, he called it undetermined because I don't really believe the story, but I can't say that it didn't happen that way. But I'm suspicious, but there's just not quite enough there.
I understand why she made the call that she did to begin with. I think, to answer your question directly, I think she did the best she could under the circumstances. I also believe that she probably felt very badly, personally, when the second woman died.
But if Tim Boskowski got away with murder the first time, would he be lucky enough to get away with it again with wife number 2? Tim Boskowski had been married 2 times. Both wives died under suspicious circumstances. The first in a bathtub, the second in a hot tub. Friends and relatives say the 2 wives strongly resembled each other.
And they actually wore their hairstyle the same. It was ironic because they both wore glasses that were Coke bottle thick. And that was another similarity. Both of them were very much involved in the Catholic Church.
The investigation into the death of Tim's first wife was inconclusive. Investigators were hoping for more in the autopsy of Tim's second wife.
It is impossible to know exactly what happened, but we can piece together some things in an intelligent and logical fashion.
The medical examiner found 53 bruises externally and internally on the upper arms, the back, and the upper neck.
We find some bruising and hemorrhaging on the lips and at the base of the gums, at the inside bottom portion of the lips. And we find these bruises on the arms that are strongly suggestive of fingernail impressions. We do have several areas of focal hemorrhage. In the neck, in those small muscles we call strap muscles because they resemble small, elongated, rectangular
side of the neck halts the blood flow in the carotid artery to the brain, and pressure to the vagus nerve alongside the carotid slows the heart muscle and respiration.
Bradycardia, as we call it. That slowing of the heart can set the stage, in some instances, uncontrollably, unpredictably, quite erratically, of a cardiac arrhythmia, an abnormal beating of the heart. In other words, the heart just stops beating, the lungs then stop functioning, and in a matter of 4 to 6 minutes,
Says Marianne Boskowski is not.
I think that Mr. Boskowski strangled her. I think he applied pressure to her neck. I think that he held her arms. He may well have held her underwater, although we don't have any definitive evidence of prolonged immersion in water. I think that it was drowning. I think that death is due to strangulation.
Marianne's blood alcohol level, 0.22, was proof she was intoxicated. Dr. Weck said being intoxicated made it difficult for Marianne to fight off her attacker. The official ruling, asphyxiation due to compression of the neck.
As the medical evidence incontrovertibly in our minds indicated, strangler death by negligence.
It's not that easy to get away with something the second or third time that you try to do it.
If Tim murdered both of his wives as alleged, what was the motive? When prosecutors interviewed Marianne Boskowski's family and friends, they learned that Tim and Marianne had only been on a cruise, and all was not happy.
And said, if things don't get better, by the time I get back, I can always leave, and I'm taking the children with me.
There was evidence Tim's first wife, Elaine, was planning to divorce him as well.
As a grown woman in her 30s, a mother, she was discovering rock and roll from the 60s and 70s. She was really pursuing a wholeness as an individual. I don't think he killed the woman that he married. I think he killed the woman he was afraid of.
Tim's first wife had no life insurance to